All right, welcome to February 18th, 2025. My name is Kurt, and here we go with the retiring in Japan, my journal of this experience of being a retired guy in Japan. Let's go out on the balcony for a second, give you an update as I start the day. First, let's talk about my wife, Yumiko. Let's talk about her. She's still not feeling, she's feeling a lot better than yesterday. Doctor said, I took her to the clinic yesterday. She wasn't feeling good in the morning. Doctor said she had a cold, gave her some medicine. She slept really good last night. She's feeling better, a lot better this morning, but she's still going to take the day off for good measure. So I'm on my own again. I think if you watched yesterday's video, it was a real eye-opener of a day, having Yumiko being out of commission, leaving me on my own to do everything that needed to be done on my own. And I climbed out of my skin. I climbed out of the passenger seat and into the driver's seat of my life here in Japan and took charge. Now, that made all the difference. I completely felt like myself again, and I realized that it wasn't my career that I missed necessarily, or my work, or my career, or my America, or even the sense of being a team member, but this sense of being engaged, because I am that type of person. I've always been that way, ever since I was a boy. Just go, 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 relentless energy, bouncing out of bed at 4 a.m. every morning, charging hard until I fall asleep around 8:30 every night. That's always been the way I've operated. So now that I've woken up to that fact, and I had a talk with Yumiko about it this morning over breakfast. She made a nice breakfast, and we talked, and I shared with her about what happened yesterday, everything that I shared in the video. She was in full agreement. And I told her that I'm glad for another day of practice, that I'm going to be climbing out of this seat. I'm going to stop leaning on her. Well, it wasn't that I was leaning on her. It was more or less just like she was driving the vehicle of this life when I arrived, and I just didn't bother to tap her on the shoulder and say, can I take a steer at the wheel? And now I'm taking a steer at the wheel, and not just the steer, I'm going to be taking control of the parts of it that are my own. Insofar as we talked about the day's plans, I said what I'm going to do today, which is simple. The place is almost clean enough to move into now. I'm going to take a trip to the dump right now. You guys are coming with me. Then I'm going to make a sweep through the house to clean, to make sure the inside is all ready to go, at least good enough that we can move in. Then we've still got 2 weeks before we move in. Then I'm going to tackle the back, the yard, all the perimeter around the house on our property line. I'm not going to make it like a landscaped, beautiful thing. I'm just going to clean it out from the wasteland, abandoned wasteland that it is, and make it, there's places where the bamboo pokes up, and I know bamboo roots are a challenge. I'm up to the challenge. Whoever cut through here, they just cut the bamboo like 3 or 4 centimeters above the ground. It makes these little like spikes, and one of them went through my boot the other day, right between my toes. I'm going to go down and I'm going to get a hoe from the garden center, funny joke, in a minute, and tackle that stuff. So as soon as I'm done on the inside, which should take me through the morning, or maybe 2 after lunch. I'm on my own for lunch. Yumiko's got it covered. Her dad's covered. Everything. So I'm really on my own today. I'll need to go home and to walk the dogs. That'll need to be. I'm going to take on all this. Here's the funny joke. One of the things I need to do is I need to have ready access to the budget. And we have a budget for everything. And Yumiko and I have always been very good about managing money in that capacity, except when I'm trying to fund a business that fails and I lose it all. The money, I managed all the money in America. And Yumiko had an ATM card. When the money comes here, I don't even have an ATM card. So I have to go to Yumiko, and I told her this. I said, I got to stop being like going to Mom, I need this, I need that. So I'm working on mechanisms by which I can, and I know how to do it, I can use Wise. So that's what I'm going to do. A certain amount of the budget that I need to run, since I'm ultimately in control of the budgeting, the money just winds up here. I'm going to get things set up in such a way that I'm going to access the money from America via Wise. I still get the same discounts on all the rates, but I can access it directly. I don't need the ATM card. Because why no ATM card? Because I'm not on the account here. It's hard for foreigners to get bank accounts in Japan. I could eventually if I wanted to, but I really don't care to. And so I have my account, my Wise account. I'll use that. In fact, I'll use that today if I need to. Enough said. Oh, here's the funny joke I almost forgot to tell you. So I need to get, she gave me 10,000 yen, which is like 65 bucks, yesterday. And I burned through a lot of that for buying lunch and for Dad and her and myself, and then dinner for Dad and her and myself, and a couple of other things throughout the day. I told her this morning, I said, I might need to get more money from you. That's where the whole conversation about money came up, because I burned through a lot of what you gave me yesterday. And I said, one of the things I said was that I need to go to Jumbo Encho, a hardware store, and get a hoe so I can tackle the bamboo down there. And when we were walking out the door, I told her, I said, I think I'm gonna need more money from you today, because I thought I only had 2,000 or 3,000 yen left, which is like 20 bucks, less than 20 bucks. And I was walking out the door. She was in the laundry room. The door was closed, and I just talked to her across the lawn. And I said, I'm heading out the door. I might need money from you to buy money from you. And I opened my wallet. Whoa, I got 5,000 yen. I didn't realize I had that much in there. I said, never mind, I've got 5,000 yen. I said, and then I jokingly said, that's enough money for me to go downtown and buy a hoe. She got the joke. So, enough said. Close that. Let's go to the dump. Shall we? Shall we? Let's get some coffee at Starbucks.
おはようございます。ご注文をお伺いします。
おはようございます。ドリップコーヒー、トールサイズホットお願いします。
はい、ありがとうございます。ブラックでいいですか？
はい。
はい、かしこまりました。ドリップコーヒーのお供にチョコレートスコーンもいかがですか？
お餅。
そうです。フードもおすすめですよ。チョコレートスコーン。いかが？
コーヒーだけお願いします。
コーヒーだけ。
はい、お願いします。
こちらでお待ちしてます。どうぞ進んでください。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
I don't know what that last part was. Something about different flavored scones. Maybe they were going to give me a sample or something like that. But I'm okay. Well, watch how big the window is here. おはようございます。Good morning. Hi. Oh, you speak English? A little bit. Oh, so what were you saying about the scone? Scone の話は何？
スコーンとてもデリシャス。
今日のコーヒーとおすすチョコレートチャイニースコーンがそう、so good。
わかりました。Oh, okay. So choice ね。Okay.
ペアリング。
Oh, pairing.
ペアリング。
Okay.
お会計お願いします。
Okay, はい。ありがとう。ごめんなさい。
ありがとうお願いします。
はい。
1000円お預かりします。
はい。
3000円。
はい。
スターバックスカード。
持ってない。はい、現金で。はい、すみません。
キャッシュです。
はい、キャッシュで。キャッシュ。So, very good. Oh, very good. 580. 588円。ありがとう。Thank you so much. All right. Oh.
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I will wait a minute. Thank you.
よくうちにここ来てくれるんですか？そんな来ない？スターバックス。
このスターバックス最近住んでます。そう、いや、そうだからそう時々ね。
じゃあまたいつでもお待ちしてます。
Thank you
Hi.
so much.
Thank you. I will come here again.
Valentine.
All right. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, だから thank you. Oh, very nice. Very good job. Beautiful. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Okay. See you soon.
See you.
Bye bye. I got busted. She saw that I was recording and she tried to get into the frame. Look what they wrote. Thank you. Isn't that sweet? Okay, let's stop for just a second. Put that here. So what was going on with that, I made the wrong turn, was it's Valentine's Day, I guess. And they had some chocolate compliments to go with it. I still don't know if it was chocolate flavoring in the coffee or some chocolates as a gift or whatnot. I'm not sure. But that's what that was about. There were 3 women attending to me there. They have I don't know if you guys saw it, but they have this giant aperture into the Starbucks. I mean, the window's big. I mean, it's from your, below your waist up, way up. You're not separated from the baristas in any way. And so all three of them were talking to me, and you heard the whole conversation. They were very nice. I struggled, which I always do. This is how I live, how I've always lived with my Japanese, which is I'm at best 50% of the way, mostly not comprehending what the hell I'm doing and just trying to get by on smiles and bows and gratitude. And it seems to get by. My vocabulary has always been a struggle. It's the vocabulary that really gets me. It's because I hear words, I know the context of what's being said, I get the sentence, but I don't know what that particular word means, and then I'm lost in the thing. Anyway, enough of that. And I am working on it. I listen to Japanese radio. I watch Japanese television, listen to Japanese news. I look up words when I don't know them. That's my way of studying. And maybe when I get settled in a little more into this new life, maybe I will be able to take up formal lessons, which would be terrific. But I've got my coffee, and they invited me back, so I will definitely be going there again. Wow! And did you see the nice thank you that she wrote on my cup? That was so cute. From Tell My Wife. Okay, let me just add a little bit, addendum to all of that. So what just happened was one of those moments that is peak, not just peak Japan, peak life, right? Where all the things in life just happen and they converge like waves in the sea, coming from different angles, converging and spiking up. Let me pull over for just a second so that I'm not driving while I'm talking. You know what I mean? It's like if you have different waves, the amplitude of the waves, when they come together, they peak, right? It's one of those moments that just happened. Now, my good life creed would suggest that there's one of my principles is life will not go well. And what that suggests isn't not just that things are bad, or sometimes bad, but to expect it, right? So that moment that just happened could persist. As good as I'm riding the wave of that good human interaction that I had, that won't persist. This day will be followed by challenges and opportunities to overcome those challenges, to respond well to those challenges, to keep my balance, to enjoy good emotional reactions, to reason my way through difficulties. And the last couple of days have been hard, followed by yesterday, a fantastic day, and then today, so far, a great day. This is the way life is, right? And I don't mean to be preachy. This is kind of my journal of retirement. And this isn't a retirement moment. This is a life moment to just simply remember that this is part of the ebb and the flow of both the good and the bad. Right now, I'm very lucky that my health is in great shape. So much so that I had to throw away my underwear because they don't fit in them anymore because I've lost so much weight since coming to Japan. That's not going to persist either. Health is a perishable thing, especially now at my age. But for now, it was a very good moment. And I really am happy to have a nice tall cup of coffee. They don't have grande. They don't have venti for sure. But isn't that cute that she wrote on there? And she even wrote, special day. Thank you, special day, and a smile. It's really nice. I need to get a Starbucks card. Okay, off to the dump. Anyway, I wanted to stop. That was my last trip to the dump, so to speak. At least for the stuff that was inside the house. So I want to mark this. This is a momentous moment. We got a 1 million yen discount on the purchase price of the house, which is about $6,500 US, if we would agree to accept the contents of the house in the purchase price. So the contents of the house we took possession of the house on January 29th. Is now February 8th, so that would be 10 days. It took us 10 days of concerted effort to sort through the house, and I made a total of, I think, 11 trips to the dump with that Suzuki Jimny. Each trip constituting one of that. That is a raven, not a crow. Oh my gosh. And they're distinct. I remember them in Japan because of their way they sound, the look of their face, everything. It's enormous. And there's two others, but that's a crow. Okay, That's a crow. They're both the same, order or whatever. Oh my gosh, it's so big. It's not coming across. It's just such an enormous bird. Look at that. Versus the crow, which is over here. See how much more leaner the crow's features are versus this raven that is, has just like, wow, it's almost like a raptor face. Anyway, that's me as usual getting distracted. I feel like softypapa again. Wow, isn't this a beautiful walk along the river? Wow, look, a tree. Anyway. So 10 trips in the back of that Suzuki Jimny, and a whole lot of cleaning. And I would say 10, days of probably 3 to 5 hours with man and a woman, my wife and I working at it. And that saved us 1,000,000 yen on the house. Now, we got lucky in that 1,000,000 yen off, there wasn't a lot of stuff. The other place we wanted to buy, the Machiya house, they offered us 1,000,000 yen off as well. And it would have been 10 times at least the amount of stuff. We were working at that for years to liberate that house. But the house is pretty much empty now of all the stuff that we previously had. And it was in there. And now I just need kind of a sweeping clean, and then I'm going to change gears and start working on the outside. I need to head home real quick to do something for Yumiko on the way back. And then I'll go, and then from there, what I'm going to do is completely switch gears. I'll go back to the house, make one more pass through the house to make sure that we're ready there for the inside. And then I'm going to go to Jumbo Encho. And then I've got this tool. I want to start working on the outside. There's all these roots. And I want to start digging at the roots. And there's the house came with some old farm tools. I've got this one. I wonder if I can do a YouTube video and sharpen the blade and make it's a perfectly serviceable hoe. All right, time to get going and say goodbye to the so-called dump. It's nice to be out here on the edge of the farmland. I feel like softypapa a little bit being out here. Get home to my wife, help her with something, and then carry on with the day. I love being busy. Being busy, active, engaged in a meaningful way is the key. Hey, it's a dirt road. Let's do a little four-wheel driving. Put it down here. Put it in four-wheel. Pop this thing in a four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive light is on. Let's go four-wheeling. It does feel different when you're driving in four-wheel drive. Now, I certainly don't need the four-wheel drive mode here, but it's fun to try. It really, really is fun to drive this car. That's what I asked Yumiko about it when she first got it. And I said, what's it like to drive? And she says, it's not hard to drive, it's just a lot of fun. Oh, looks like you can get out the other side. I wonder where this goes. That's a very long and narrow road. There's a sign that says no something. I don't want to take any chances. I won't go down there, but interesting. Enough 4x4 for one day, right? Back to two-wheel drive mode. That was fun. All right, dog walk is almost complete. We had a good one. We went around the river, all the way around, and now we're almost home. After which point, I'm going to head to the house. Well, maybe it's lunchtime. Here, I'll go get some lunch. Yumiko says she's good, so I'll get lunch, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll go to the house, assess the situation there, and then go from there. I think that's it. Boy, this is starting to feel more like what life might soon be once the move is done. So I'm in the backyard now. I want to tackle all of this, but before I do that, I want to make dog safe, that balcony up there. So I've got a plan for that. I'm going to go to Jumbo Encho, the hardware store, and get some stuff to do that. But I've got these tools here. I was thinking I could repurpose these for cleaning the garden, but that's kind of broken. It's loose. I don't think that's going to be good. This might still be workable, but even the wood on the handle, I mean, kind of neat old tools. So I'll look at what they've got. Hey, I might not get any garden tools today. Just look at some ties to work on the balcony. I'll show you when I get there, and I'll come back and get to work on it. Yep. You garden are my next challenge. So I'm on my way driving towards the hardware store, and I'm going out of my way now to find a place to have lunch that I've never seen before. I don't want a chain. I don't want a restaurant that I know. This is, leaning into the idea of being my own man here in Japan, right? And that's insofar as not even relying on the man that I used to be in Japan, but the man that I am now in Japan. It sounds like the lyrics of a song. So I'll find some place. I'm feeling noodly today. Maybe some ramen, udon, or soba, but no place I've ever gone. I got lucky. I found a place. Little ramen hole in the wall off this side street. And parking lot, the place is full. Line out the door, and there's a parking spot. Got lucky. Looks popular. Never been here. Didn't even know this place existed. It's exactly what I was looking for. Path of Wildness did deliver. Yosh. I think so. All right, let's go give it a try, shall we? Here's the place I found. Man, is it a dive. I haven't been in there yet, but I'm not going to show the clientele. The clientele outside are a rough crowd. So Emily messaged me. She's on her way up from Osaka down out towards Tokyo where she lives. And she's going to be stopping. She wants to stop here in Shizuoka to hand some gifts from Kyoto or Osaka or wherever the heck she was. So I'm going to finish up here. Instead of going to the hardware store, I'm going to go back home, park the car, hop on the train, go downtown and meet her at the bullet train station. Shizuoka has a bullet train station, so she's just going to stop, hand the stuff over the rail somehow, or throw them over the platform, the gifts. And here's your damn gifts. But first I'm going to get lunch. You guys would be very proud of me. Oh, maybe I'm next. All the other suspicious characters have gone inside. And there was a real nice couple. They helped me out because I stood here loitering outside. And you're supposed to sign your name. And so I did in good katakana, kato. I signed my name. And then they were nice to me. So I actually came over and I kind of struck up a conversation with them, all in Japanese, of course. And we talked about the weather. We talked about various things. I told my daughter restaurant. They brought up the menu on the phone, showed me the menu. I'm going to get the Tauntaun Man. This is me trying to, like I said in yesterday's video, break out of the cycle of dependency. Ooh, look at that delivery bicycle. Okay, here's the menu. They got all kinds of good stuff. I think I was talking to my friends outside, and they recommended the Tauntaun Man, which I think I might get. I think I might have found a winner here. It's a really popular place. What size will I get? Should I get gyoza? Maybe. Ramen. Okay, that was one of those experiences that when they dream of Japan, people have these ideas about what Japan's going to be like. That's exactly what it's like. I had the most amazing experience inside. Although, of course, I'm not going to be filming people, so I didn't really turn the camera on other than to take a short video of the food itself. The master of the place was really, really nice, and he made sure to let me know that I was welcome again. Several times he was like, "Mata, come back." And the customers were nice. I talked to people. It was great. This is my new ramen place here in Shizuoka. Now, looks like Emily wants to stop off and see the house, so I'm going to go back to the house and do some work until she gives me the green light. The Shinkansen bullet train that she's on is stopped on the track somewhere out of Kyoto in the snow. So as soon as she's moving and she's on the way, I'll go pick her up. But I'm going to go back to the house and do some work now. Okay, now I'm over at Jumbo and Joe. I'm going to go in there and get some yarn stuff that I can tie up the thing in the balcony there for the dogs. And then I'm going to get a goodie. Why not? So I got the thing that I needed to buy, which is this. I can use it to tie the thing up. And then I stopped out here. They've got this little, outside of the hardware store, they've got this little snack shop, and I got a taiyaki. You've seen those. Yumiko and I sometimes get those on our dog walks. They're really yummy. I got the custard type. Hey, look who's here! Welcome, Emily.
That was
You made it. All right.
barely.
So the Shinkansen was snowed in?
Well, before that, the bus was canceled.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna get here yesterday,
Uh-huh.
or this morning, early this morning. But then my bus got canceled 3 hours before I was supposed to get on it. What the fuck? Can I cuss?
It's okay, yeah.
What the fuck was I gonna do? And because all the buses were canceled, like not just mine, all
Wait,
of them.
what happened? Was there snow somewhere between, this is Kyoto to Osaka?
Osaka to Shizuoka, there was really heavy blizzard snow in Kyoto and Shiga.
Uh-huh.
So like just in between. Osaka was like barely snowing, it was fine. But then because it got snowed in, all the buses were canceled that night. So then I barely got a hotel. Like all the hotels were all booked because everybody needed a place to stay.
All the people at USJ that were going home or something.
Or
right?
yeah, anybody who was in that area going that direction, all their buses got canceled. I found one bus that was like still taking, and as soon as I clicked on it, it just disappeared. Like it got canceled. Like that bus got canceled too. I saw it happen.
You didn't even get a chance to
I didn't even get a chance to even attempt to buy a ticket for another bus.
Wow.
So my only options were get home using Shinkansen that night, which I later found out was also all canceled. So it turns out my only option was to stay there. So I barely got a hotel. It was a crappy ass hotel. I didn't feel safe in there. It was kind of gross, but I had a bed to sleep in. That's good. And then this morning I woke up and I left, and I was going from Osaka to Shin Osaka, which is literally one stop.
It's like Shinagawa to Tokyo Station.
Yeah, it's literally like a 10-minute train, or not even 10 minutes, 5 minutes. And then I got on, and then it started moving. In 2 seconds, it stopped. It just stopped. And apparently, in that same rail, like two, three stops after, somebody just walked on the rail.
On the Shinkansen rail?
No, it's Osaka to Shin Osaka.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
just the local train. Because I didn't stay right next to Shin Osaka. I stayed a little bit further down because it was cheaper there. And then because of that, I was stuck on that. I couldn't even get off the platform because it already closed and started moving for 2 seconds. So I was like barely off from the platform.
So you can still see the platform, but the door is closed.
I could see where the door is on the platform, but I couldn't get off because we just moved, and I was stuck in that train for an hour because apparently that person walked in the rail and disappeared. So these people were looking for them. The announcement was like, oh, somebody like wandered in the rails, and we were like looking
on the tracks.
Yeah, on the tracks, and we're like currently looking for them and trying to get them to safety.
Right.
And
I shouldn't laugh. Anybody that oh yeah, thanks. I shouldn't laugh. Anybody that walked onto it, they've clearly got some issues.
Yeah, but then they were looking for them for an hour. So how did they disappear? I don't know. And I was stuck in there for an hour, and then I finally got to Shin Osaka, which is a big ass station, so I couldn't find my way
What kind of
around.
station is it?
It's a big ass station.
Oh.
It's big. It's huge.
Bigger than Tokyo?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't.
You're bigger than Shin Yokohama?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Oh, I know. Tokyo Station. Osaka Station is huge. It's
Shin Osaka.
Shin Osaka. Okay, it's a labyrinth. Yeah.
So then I didn't bring a suitcase because I didn't think I was gonna be walking this much with my stuff.
Right.
So I had this big like duffel bag thing and I'm carrying around.
Where is it?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
And then I barely got to the Shinkansen area, and then all of the Shinkansen like signs are red. They're all red.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, that's not good. But I was like, I gotta buy it now because I clearly have bad juju around me.
Right.
I'm not, I'm cursed somehow. So I'm like, I gotta get tickets right now or I'm never going home.
Right.
So I bought the tickets.
It's either get a ticket or get an apartment.
Yeah. And then, so I got the tickets from Shin Osaka to Shin Yokohama. But then I was looking for like the trains to get on, and then I the closest or like the nearest, or everything was delayed. So the next one coming stops at Shizuoka. And I was like, I want to go to Shizuoka. Like if the train is stopping there.
Right. Of all the places.
And I want to get off at Shizuoka. I brought all my stuff to give to you guys. And I'm like, I don't want to take everything home.
Right.
And Tatsuya also have something for you guys. So I was like, I want to give it to you guys.
Oh,
so I was like, I was trying to figure out, but I already bought the tickets to Shin Yokohama. So I was like, can I get a refund, like a partial refund for the ones that I don't use.
So you're asking the dude on the train?
Yeah, so yeah, there's this one guy wandering around. So I was like, excuse me. So I asked him, and he was like, oh yeah, because of the delay, like I understand your plans it's inconveniencing your plans.
Right.
Because it got snowed, and like the entire railroad is just covered in snow. So they were stopping like every 5 minutes to clear out the snow. And then it's just outside was just blizzard.
You could see that from the train?
Yeah, I just see like I couldn't see past like probably
This
like.
is on the train, on the Shinkansen?
Yeah.
So you're like, they stopping the Shinkansen?
Yes, they're stopping the Shinkansen like every 5 minutes because it's all jammed up. It's traffic.
And you can't even see the outside? It's just like...
I couldn't see past like a mile.
Wow.
Like not even half a mile. I couldn't see anything. And like I could barely see like the mountains like right next to it, but that was it. It was just blizzard.
Well, this is down by Nagoya?
No, this is before Nagoya. It's Kyoto and Shiga area.
Okay, so
that
the mountains
yeah,
between those
that
areas.
part is all blizzard. So there was traffic jam with the Shinkansen. So they were stopping
Right.
to make room for...
Shinkansen was doing stop and go.
Yes, exactly. And then
like the
at
405,
Nagoya...
like the 405 on Friday afternoon.
At Nagoya, we finally got out of the blizzard, but then they had to shovel off the snow from under the train. So we were like there for another 20 minutes. But anyway, because of the delay and the inconvenience, they somehow just assumed that was the reason for me wanting to stop and get off midway.
Right.
So then they usually don't get refunds. But then they were like, oh, because of the inconvenience, we will give you a refund.
Actually, the dude on the train was able to give you the refund, or you got the refund from the ticket
I just got it right now.
So, and did you have to like go and say the dude on the train said it would be okay?
No, I just went there because the dude on the train was like, yeah, you'll be able to get a refund, just go to the office. And I was like, okay. So I went there and I showed them the ticket and they looked at Shin Osaka, they're like, oh yeah, okay. Because it was like 2 hour delay.
You just came through the zone of hell.
Yeah.
That's probably all they're talking about right now, right? And like you just came back from war. And so you got a refund. So that means that was because you had bought a ticket all the way to Shin Yokohama. So now you got your money back, and so now to go back, what are you gonna do to get back?
So they gave you 2 tickets, right? One is, I don't know why they have 2, but there's like 2 types. One is like to get on the train, and then the other is the Shinkansen fee, I guess.
Right, I've seen that too. What isn't one a receipt?
No,
okay.
that's so you get 3 out of the machine. One's a receipt.
Okay.
So the one that is just a Shinkansen ticket is available until the 11th. So they didn't do anything to that. They just gave me a partial refund for just the Shinkansen pass. So I can still use. So next time I'm gonna go back home, probably tonight or tomorrow, either one. I'm just gonna buy the Shinkansen pass only. I'm not gonna buy the boarding pass.
So do you have show that ticket that you got? So
I have the.
So it's like kind of like a coupon, kind of like.
It's not a coupon. It's basic. They usually give you 2 tickets. One is the boarding pass, and the other is showing from where to where you're going. Because if you just have the boarding pass, you could just go anywhere. Right. So I think one is like general admission, and then the other one is like from here to here.
That's how the dude on the train knows whether you got your ticket is good when they're checking. And then the one I have that's just like general like admission to go in, I can use that until the 11th. So they didn't do anything. They didn't touch that. They just gave me because you've got the other ticket still.
Yeah, so I have 2. The one that
and the other one's not dated.
The other one is the other one was only for today.
Okay.
I think, I don't know, but then so
can you, if you stay the night, can you use it tomorrow?
Yes, it's good until the 11th. I'll show you.
Oh, until the 11th. It's got the date on it.
It's good until the 11th. So right now I only have this. This is all I have. 8,500 yen. So on top of this, they charged me 4,000 yen. This is just additional fee to get on the Shinkansen for some reason. So they gave me a refund of this additional fee. So tonight I'm only gonna have to buy the remaining amount from here to Shin Yokohama, and then I'll be good. So it'll probably be like it'll probably be exactly this.
The refund that you got.
Yeah, the refund that I'll probably just spend 4,000 yen again, but But if I got out without doing that, I would have
Then you'd have to buy
gotten
it
out.
again.
I would have gotten out with the price that I would have paid all the way to Shin Yokohama, and the system probably wouldn't even
let you back
yeah.
in. You would have forfeited the rest of the trip.
And the system probably wouldn't even let me out because they're like,
I
this is
get
not
it.
Shin Yokohama.
So to boil it down, basically, if you buy a ticket from Shin Osaka to Shin Yokohama and you get off in Shizuoka, you basically forfeited the rest of the trip.
Yes.
What's different in this case is that they've said, we recognize these are extenuating circumstances. We're going to refund the part so you can get off here because you've probably got to go to the onsen to relax because you've had such a stressful 5 hours in the snow. And then when you're ready, you can come back.
Yeah, I did say, because they asked, like, what are you going to do getting off here?
Did they?
They did. They were like, I think they briefly asked. I said I have plans.
So I'm going to get drunk?
I kind of lied, and I said I have plans in Shin Yokohama, but I can't make it there in time. I said I can't make it there in time because of the delay, and they're like, are you gonna stay in Shizuoka for one night, or like are you gonna go, like, are you just not gonna go? And I said I'm gonna stay, or I'm gonna get to Shin Yokohama eventually, and then they let me keep this because I'm gonna get there eventually. If I were just gonna not go to Shin Yokohama at all, they would have probably refunded me half of this as well.
That's interesting that they have the discretion to do that, because I would have thought it would just be some hard and fast rule. No way in hell, you don't get it back, but it looks like they executed some discretion and they actually wanted to have a good reason to do that. It's like this teacher, you say, can I get a hall pass? Well, why? Where do you want to go?
I think it was just so that I don't have they don't refund me this, just for me to buy it again. I think if they were to refund if they were to refund me that other pass as well, the one that I still have, then I would have had to just buy it again.
So who cares? Why would they care?
It's just an extra hassle because then the money would have to come back to my account and then leave again. It's gonna take a couple days for the money to get back to me.
Oh, you didn't get they didn't give you a cash refund.
No, it was a credit card refund.
Oh, okay, I see.
So
I see. It doesn't. Then that kind of changes things.
I don't think I looked it up in the Shinkansen. They usually don't give refunds unless it's like really, really far away. If it's like just one station apart, then they don't accept that. If it's over a kilo.
So what
did
they
accept it.
What kind of was the train crowded, the Shinkansen? And did you have a seat?
I had a seat. I think there were one group of people that got on thinking it was another train because it was an hour late, so they thought it was the right time, but everything was an hour behind.
Oh my gosh, they got on the wrong train.
And they were foreigners.
Where were they trying to go?
So they thought they were going to Tokyo, and that train went to Tokyo. So they were like, "You're going the right direction, but
Did
you're
you
not."
talk to them?
Yeah, because they thought I was in their seats. So they talked to me. They were like, "You're in our seats," and I was like, "No, this is the non-reserved car." And then they're like, "Well, look here. It says our seat is this car in this seat," and I was like, "You're on the wrong train, buddy."
Did you? So I want to know, how did this go down? Did they like walk up to you? Did they look at you? Did they speak to you in English initially?
No, they spoke to me in English, and then I was like, "Oh no, like this is a non-reserved. You don't make reservations for this car." And they showed me. I was like, they were like, "No, I don't think we're wrong," and then I was like, "Show me the ticket." So I looked at it and I was like, It says Nozomi here. This is Kodama.
Right.
This is the wrong train. And
so that's where it revealed they were completely on the wrong train.
Yeah, they
wanted the fast train.
The train got there on time of their reservation.
Right.
It just was the wrong train that got. It was everything was
so
our.
Probably on the one on this train that they wanted, that would have been the right seat.
If they would have
would have
gone
been the reserved car.
No, if they would have gone on the right train, it would have been an hour later. So they would have to wait an hour.
It would have been an hour later. Because everything was pushed back an hour.
Everything was an hour.
But they didn't know that because there was probably all kinds of general announcements and stuff like that. And from their perspective, they did everything just right.
Because they got on the train that was at the right time. They can't read Nozomi or Kodama.
They don't understand, and they don't understand the announcements, right? So they're like me, right? Okay, I'm here. The train that leaves at 3:53. That's my train.
Yes.
I don't care What anything else that says anybody says, here it comes, that's my train.
And then they were talking to me, and I was like, yeah, like this is the wrong train, but you're probably gonna get there earlier than you would have.
Because it's a fast train.
No, it's not the fast train. It's just they would have had to wait another hour at the station.
Right, because they did. They have the slow train. That means they have to stop at all the stops.
No, this was the fast. They didn't stop at every stops. This was the fast train. It's just everything was just. They were moving slower.
Sorry. And also they didn't have to wait an hour.
Yes. So then they were like, oh, so like, do we not have seats on this train? I was like, no, this is the non-reserved car. You can sit anywhere you want.
Were there
so
seats?
Yeah, so they sat behind me.
Oh, were they? What nationality were they?
They were speaking French, I think. Somewhere.
Okay.
French sounding. I don't know. They were fancy, but they spoke English.
Fancy?
Yeah, they sounded fancy.
How was their English?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they spoke English pretty well.
Huh.
The girl sitting next to me also spoke some English, so we were just trying to explain to them together.
Was she Japanese?
Yeah.
So at least you had some backup to say you're on the wrong train,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But they were not upset or anything. They were just confused.
Well, I'm really glad that you made it. What should we? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. Okay. Thanks everybody for joining, getting to hear Emily's story.
I didn't take a shower last night because
Yeah?
the bathroom was disgusting. So
Yeah, that's a good.
my appearance is not.
You look great. You had a big day yesterday. All right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Now we're gonna go see the house. I don't think you've ever seen the inside of the house, huh? Yeah, first time. Let's go see. Our house. Right over there. Emily and I just toured the house, and now we're getting a snack at Family Mart. Yeah, this is the Family Mart. The bench is out there, but it's cold outside. So, what did you think of the house?
Lots of potential.
Yep, lots of potential. So, and we've got time to work on it and make it a nice home. So after this, we're on the hunt for some sort of a playing card, right?
Pokemon card.
What is a Pokemon card? Okay, so we didn't find it here. Where are we going next?
7-Eleven.
People will want to know what Pokemon, is it a series or something? I mean,
The newest one, and we were able to buy a couple in Yokohama, but they're all sold out now. They said they recently just sold out, so there's hope. They still have like the physical like display left over.
Okay.
Because in Yokohama they're like all gone. They even put away the displays because it's been long gone.
Oh, okay.
So
And they're at all the different convenience stores?
I think Family Mart, 7-Eleven, Lawson, and Yamazaki. But I don't think there's a Yamazaki here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen it daily Yamazaki. I haven't seen that for excuse me for Okay, well, continue our quest. And if you guys ever have a chance, this is the best, the hot lemonade tea. Yuzu. And that's what we have in the backyard of our house, the yuzu. Okay. This is Emily's first time to see the inside of our house. And we're giving a little tour of all the rooms. You gotta see through all the fact that we need all wallpaper, carpets, all that stuff's gonna change. And the TV does work. Okay, we're home now, and Yoko has brought dinner. Thank you, Yoko. She cooked us ozoni, and on the stove, Emily's gonna assemble it so that because Yumiko's still not feeling so good. Rudy, and then we'll take you for a walkie out today. Yeah. Okay, we're out for our last dog walk of the day. Sister-in-law Yoko brought over ozoni for dinner. Thank you, Yoko. And now we're walking into the night. It's hardly walking, call this. And it's going to be a short walk because we need to get Emily back to Shizuoka Station to take the bullet train the rest of the way home to where she lives. Hey, can you walk? Come on, good boy. Okay, into the darkness. We go.